Just because one car ran me over doesn't mean another one will.
I have to go the same direction. Now check this out. Look at how nice that looks on top.
What do we have here?
Escalade.
What?
Escalade, Escalade.
What is wrong with you?
A lot, but we don't talk about that.
Escalade. This thing is clean, guys. We'll get into it in just a second. Alright, so here it is. The Escalade. This is actually a buddy of mine's. He brought it in for a detail. It's real crusty in here. Got our work cut out for us. And then we come around here, we're also going to do a headlight restoration on this baby. And when I pulled this in, I don't know if this is like foreshadowing or what the deal is, but it was playing Phil Collins. You know the tune. It's like, I can feel it coming, copyright strike. Oh no. Something like that, you know, so I had to actually, it wouldn't shut up, so I turned the volume down, and then first step, we're going to disconnect the battery. Disconnect the battery is what I was saying, so we're cleaning this thing out. Found the old plates, and this thing is, I mean, it's 2024, but it's having an identity crisis here. Tahoe, this is a Escalade, and I think we can fix this. There we go. Alright, so next is the part that everyone's always scared of, and if it'll focus. See these little nubs? These little casting, I call them nipples. These little nipples on the Escalade's headlights. We gotta take these down before we can polish. Otherwise, I mean, you could go around it, but you're gonna get big marks like the size of a quarter. So I like to use a Dremel like this. This one's got a foot pedal. I use one of these and I just carefully, very carefully cut these off. And then after that, we have a nice smooth surface so that we can polish the lights.
Up you go. Turn this.
So I'll show you this really quick. You can see as you do this, you get focus. You get this little plastic diddly that gets on there. So you're trying, we're not quite there yet. We want to get this as flush as we possibly can. You can see this one compared to one of these that are left. Make sure you got your safety squints. That one's just about good. Doesn't have to be perfect, just close so you can get a nice sanding. Ooh, this thing is coming apart. We're de-nippled. There's still going to be little marks, but it's going to make it a lot easier to sand this. Alright, so the next thing we got to do here to prep for these headlights is get some soapy water, go fill this with water, get our sandpapers. I like to do 600 grit, 800, 1500, and 2000. So we'll wet sand those up. We'll show you what they look like. All right, so here's our next step, you guys. We got the nipples ground off. We went over this with a Scotch-Brite pad and just kind of got it cleaned up. You can see there's some dust on there now, but that's the only dry sand we're gonna do. And then we got our soapy water right here. We got some sandpaper. We're gonna wet sand. And the reason I tape these headlights up right now is because if you're not gonna remove them from the vehicle and you're gonna be sanding, you don't wanna hit any of the paint or the trim or the grill, any of that kind of thing. So we're gonna go 600, then 800, 1200, 2000, and then we'll bring you to the next step. Now if you look at your light while you're going, you're gonna see this kind of milky texture as you sand, and when I dry this, it's going to look really cloudy, and you don't have to be alarmed. We're actually, this is the oxidized plastic coming off of the lens, so you're taking a little bit of material off. I mean, very minuscule amounts, but I'll show you at the end of this. There's a secret trick that we use that's going to negate all of that cloudiness. It's going to make them look crystal clear before we even do the clear coat. All right, so you can see how cloudy and scratched up this headlight looks now that it's dried off, and I ran out of paper, so I just used a whole lot of tape. I buy it in bulk for a couple dollars a roll, so I'm not worried about it. But the secret sauce here, and I'm gonna have to set you up and do this, but remember what this looks like. All of this oxidation and scratching, we're gonna use acetone. Now this, you have to be very, very careful with. I'm not gonna be responsible if you wreck your headlights, but you're gonna use a very low lint paper towel. These are the shop towels. You can get them at any auto parts store or Walmart. You're gonna get just a cap's worth on there, and then you have to wipe in one direction. After you do one direction, reapply your acetone. Every 2 applications, so every 2 wipes across the lens, you're gonna wanna turn this over and get a fresh piece of your towel. If you try to go back and forth, you will smudge it. You wanna go one direction, just a little bit at a time, and it's gonna shine this back up and get us ready for paint. All right, I hope you guys can see okay. I got one towel for each side of the vehicle, so we're gonna put that one up there. I'm gonna fold this nice and neat so I can keep track of what side I'm using. And like I said, I would get you a better look, but I need both hands for this. You gotta be careful. You can screw this up, then you gotta re-sand again. So, you're just gonna take your acetone, and here's how much I want. I just wanna go 1, 2, just get a little bit on there. Now I have to go the same direction. Now check this out. Look at how nice that looks on top. But look, takes the oxidation and puts it on the rag. So then I'm gonna fold this back over like this, and I can go again, get a little bit more, nice and clean. 1, I can do 2, and you can see there's a line in there, so some spots you have to go over more than once, because you don't want that to show up in your clear coat. We're gonna go again. Fresh part of the rag. Don't get this stuff on your skin, it will burn. Simple as that. Now to get that one line that's in there and then one right there, flip it over, get a little more, just like that, right across, right across. See what happens? I did that on purpose to show you. That was 3 wipes. I don't want to do that. I can go over that spot again with a clean section of my towel and a little bit more acetone. I'm always going the same direction. All right, we're gonna check out this difference here. So this is one light that has been wiped down. This one has not yet been acetoned. Look at the difference. Not acetoned. Acetoned. I am your father. You're gonna want this. All right, so the next step, you are gonna want a respirator. I only have one hand, that's why it's choking me currently. We're gonna use the Spray Max 2K Clear. So this is a professional grade clear coat. It's got a hardener. You take this little button, it's up here, put it down here, and you break it. When you break that, it releases the hardener into the can. You're gonna shake this up really, really good. Auto parts supply stores sometimes carry this, or you can order it on Amazon. Once you use this, you can stick it in the freezer and save it for a little while, but it has a hardener, so if you don't use it, it's pretty much junk unless you put it in the freezer. And then, of course, I would recommend checking and making sure it's still good. But we're gonna shake this up for about 2 minutes, get to spraying. And see, your instruction manuals aren't completely useless. You just tear them up, and then you can use them as masking paper. Sorry about this audio quality, but I figured I probably should tell you what the hell we're doing. We're going on a parts run really quick. I gotta run visit my old cellmates at Toyota and pick something up because they've been waiting on it for a bit. After that, then we'll get back to the Escalade, get it out of there. So now you expect me to pay you?
Exactly.
For this. You've been holding it for a month.
November 24th.
Yeah, well, I'm busy.
Yeah, we should have sent it back.
Come on. All I'm trying to do is break the law and get something hanging from the mirror. Will it stretch? Ah. Come on. Oh, I think I got it. I think we... Ah. Ah. There. Anybody home? Anybody home?
Anybody home?
What?
I see you.
This is my home.
Yeah,
I was busy playing Monopoly.
You're playing Monopoly. Did you win?
Fuck no.
Did you find the cash out button?
No.
So there's the Escalade, guys. There's the headlights, nice and shiny. We got them. Are you touching them?
Yeah.
Why?
I wanted to feel the nipples that you ripped off.
What do you think?
I have a nippleless Escalade.
You could fit how much what?
Could fit so much goddamn spaghetti in this.
You're so weird. Dude, how is that still damp? I had the fans on this all, but John said this is really good carpet, so he said it retains water a lot more of the moisture.
I got good carpet.
Does it match the drapes?
No.
You want your key back? He wants this. You gotta film the outro with me.
Why though?
So don't let this one run you over though.
Hey, just because one car ran me over doesn't mean another one will.
So if you guys are wondering why Sam's so gimpy, how long ago was that? Like 6 months ago?
I don't know, sometime in June.
Sometime in June, he started work at this other shop in town, independent shop. We were both at Toyota, if you remember that, and a car ran him over. He jumped the relay to start it, and it was not in park. So that's what happened there. That's why he's a little gimpy now. Just got back to work, kind of full days now, right?
You think you're hot shit because your legs work?
But we just went and bought this Escalade. He went and bought this Escalade, and I didn't really film it when we were there to pick it up because it wouldn't start.
No, not at all.
So he got that stuff figured out. Then we did the headlights for him and cleaned the inside because it was mucho nasty. So thanks guys for tuning into the video. If you like the video, drop me a comment down below. Like and subscribe if you've not already. And as always,
Bye, Felicia.
we'll see you next time.